We're going to have a conversation with you now that probably most of us try to avoid. You might very much be in that category, but it's a conversation that all of us, truly all of us, need to have. And it's a very relaxed one we're going to have a chance to have this morning because we are at Companion Funeral Home and Crematory in East Brainerd. They're newly opened with this location, talking with location manager Ava Honeysucker. Thanks for the welcome in.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Julie.
And welcome to Chattanooga, because y'all have long had the locations in Cleveland and in Athens, but this location in Chattanooga is brand new.
It is.
You are not brand new to Chattanooga, born and raised.
Yes, ma'am.
So you take your job here really almost like a calling.
I honestly do. It is truly a calling for me in the sense of having to lose someone such as my grandmother early on, and sitting through the arrangement process I felt was a little overwhelming for me. And the director that we met with was very good in giving us information, but it did feel overwhelming a little bit. And one thing that I recognized during that time is that I would like to also be able to help families in a way during a grieving process, and ever since then it has truly been a joy to service families.
Well, it feels a little bit like family when you come here. So one thing I'll point out right at first is this is locally owned.
Yes,
this is not a franchise or a conglomerate corporately owned. It's locally owned.
Yes,
here. But y'all very much want to guide families as much as they want that guidance through the process, and you don't want them to feel like when they come here to Companion, everything has to happen here. You can have the funeral prepared by you here, but it can still be a church funeral if that's what you wish.
Yes, ma'am. We do allow families to have that availability in having services at multiple different locations. Whether you want to have a service here in our chapel or at a church, we will honor the family's wishes according to what they want. We really love personalization in our services.
So service is a big word for you here because you want to serve the families that come through your doors, and one of the ways that you found you can do that is by keeping your prices low. It was a little bit surprising to me, to be honest, Ava, when you began to share with me. I wasn't expecting them to be quite that low, and you're also very transparent. Everything is listed on your website.
Yes, ma'am. That is one of the things that we pride ourselves here at Companion Funeral Home and Crematory, is that the Cody family recognized that there is a need in the community, and with that they have been extremely blessed and have blessed me as well to be able to offer affordable cremations in the community. And not only with cremation, when it comes to families that would like to do a traditional service with burial, we also offer affordable pricing for our traditional service with burials as well.
While we're talking the pricing, you also have a big heart for military families, so for veterans you do something a little bit special.
Yes, ma'am. We do truly honor our veterans because we know that they have made a major sacrifice to our country, and one of the blessings that we have to offer our families that are veterans is that whether it's cremation or a traditional service with burial, we will include an urn or a casket with the pricing, and it's still at a very affordable cost for the family.
We're talking a lot about cremations. As I understand it, that's become an increasingly popular choice for people, but y'all have done something else here for those families that do want a cremation, but they feel like that means they're going to be denied kind of a traditional funeral service. Y'all have something else that you can offer where I'll let you explain it.
Yes, ma'am. When it comes to cremation, we try to inform our families that you do not only have to just do a cremation and not have a way to celebrate the life of your loved one. When it comes to cremation, there are several different options, and two other options is that you may have a cremation with a memorial service where you're simply memorializing your loved one's life, or we also offer what is called a traditional service followed by cremation, where it is very similar to a traditional service, except you're not having to go to the cemetery for burial. The means of disposition would just be cremation. But we do have a lot of families that are more into that and want to give them the opportunity to celebrate their loved one.
So when you first began talking to me about wanting to encourage people to to pre-plan a funeral, I honestly thought it was going to be for the payment side of things. But then when I learned of your pricing being so much more affordable, I realized quickly you really want them to do that for the sake of their emotional state. It just makes it easier for everyone if they can possibly pre-plan it.
Yes, ma'am, it truly does, because again, experience it firsthand, meeting with a family that this is the first time they've experienced a death in the family, that it can seem overwhelming. Families often have a lot of worries and questions and are on a very strict time frame and trying to get things done. And so having the availability to pre-plan gives the families the ease of the worriness when it comes to a passing, to where they can grieve the loss and not so more so of having to worry about the financial side of things and picking out a casket or urn when mom or dad have already prearranged and selected everything they would like to have.
So if people watching are feeling as at ease with you as I am this morning and they want to find out more, maybe begin that pre-planning process, do they simply call you and schedule an appointment? What should they do?
Yes, ma'am. I would encourage anyone that would like to pre-arrange with us here at Companion Funeral Home and Crematory to please reach out to us. We are available here at our Chattanooga office Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Our phone number is 423-813-3546, and we strongly encourage you to make an appointment. Even if you just want general information, we do have our full price list that is also on our webpage of companionfunerals.com as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Julie.